Welcome to the official FIU Honors College podcast, Panthers Unleashed. I am your host, Massiel Gonzalez. Join us as we dive into the stories, passions, and discoveries of our boldest students, faculty, and alumni. Let's dive into today's episode. Hi everyone, welcome back to Panthers Unleashed. Today I have the absolute pleasure of speaking with an incredible alumna whose journey perfectly captures the spirit of the Honors College. I'm here with Andrea Guerrero.
Hi guys.
So I'm going to give a little intro about her because I don't think many of you may know her, but she is a proud Honors College graduate from the class of 2024 who earned her degree in public relations, advertising, and applied communication. During her time at FIU, Andrea was deeply involved with student organizations like the American Marketing Association, Bold FIU, and the National Society of Collegiate Scholars. Fast forward to today, she's thriving as a public relations specialist at Bvlgari, bringing stories to life through powerful campaigns and strategic communications. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here and be back.
Yes.
At FIU.
We're so happy to have you here and talk about your journey, talk about your Honors College journey and your journey now. And yeah, so let's start from the beginning. You know, what drew you to FIU and more specifically, what drew you to the Honors College?
Okay. So when I was making like my college decision, I thought of FIU because part of my family lives here. So to me, it was very important to like keep my Latin connections and like feel home.
Yeah.
So I felt that FIU really embodied that because they really are like a very independent. Like, the university is very independent itself, so it's like you keep your lifestyle going. It's not like college like sucks the life out of you, and that makes sense. So, and then for the Honors College, I think what drew me to it, it's because I always like push myself further than the regular curriculum. If that makes sense. So I felt like applying to the Honors College and like getting to know the community made FIU feel smaller because it's so big.
Yes.
So it's like it feels like a family in here, and it's you're with people that have like the same mentality that you have, that are looking for similar experiences, and like it felt just a community, like home away from home type vibe.
No, I definitely agree with that. I mean, as an honors college student myself, I definitely feel a community, a family. Like, I feel like everybody says that, but it's just so true because this campus is huge. Like, you're not going to know.
It's a city.
It really is, but you're not going to know anyone, like everyone, you know? So you need like that community of people that you can relate to, you can talk to, have conversations. So I feel like that's really important. Now, looking back, how did the Honors College influence your academic and professional development? And a second part to that question is, were there any specific courses or professors or experiences that stood out to you?
Yeah, for sure. When I got into the Honors College at first, I felt like this like overachiever spirit in me. When I got accepted, I was like, oh my god, I'm for the Honors College.
Yeah, honestly, same. Like when I applied, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna be part of everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how I have time, but like I'll make it. I'll make it. Yeah.
100%. So I felt like when I got in, it was like this feeling of like, let me just put my best foot forward in every class that I go to and like really suck in the knowledge. And one class that stood out to me specifically was with Mitch Medik. Have you had class with him?
I've heard of him, but I have not had.
So he was the former president of FIU, so it was obviously very special because he obviously has like this years and decades of experiences in the college and with students. So to me it was very, very enriching because he brought to class, like every class, like different speakers, and he brought the speakers in, and then you had to like kind of judge the speaker and like kind of critically like evaluate the speaker.
Oh, wow.
So he just made you as a student like question yourself and question like what do you believe and like have your own voice. And to me that was very special. And to me that class literally embodies what the Honors College is, because it's pushing yourself to the boundary. You're at the end of the day, I was with the former ex-president, so I was like, oh my god, I have to be like on time every class and like do the perfect homework.
Exactly.
So it was very challenging, and that was my last class like ever. So to me it was like a perfect like full circle moments in the Honors College.
I definitely agree. And also like talking about the courses, I mean, the honors college doesn't prepare you just for like academic, like, you know, your life through in school. It prepares you for like what you're going to deal with outside of school, topics and skills that you're going to need when you exit, you know, FIU.
For sure.
Now, I think we need to talk about what everybody's probably wanting to know, right? Your career journey. Can you walk us through your career journey and how you landed your role in Bvlgari? Because that is huge. That is such a phenomenal achievement.
Thank you.
Of course.
Okay, so I think a good career journey starts early. And that was what made the difference for me because I started in high school. I started like as an assistant in like PR events in my home country, which is the Dominican Republic. And so I started to like grasp the fields more there. I didn't know I was going to study PR. So then I started having that experience, and then I got to FIU. I started with business. And then I said, I don't think I like business as much because I feel it was very numerical and analytical, and I'm more of a creative. So I switched to PR, and then I started my internships freshman year. I started at Endeavor, which is a consulting firm. I started as a marketing communications intern, and then I had almost three years in Silva Cherasi, which is fashion Colombian brands, as a PR and press coordinator. And then I went into Estee Lauder companies in New York. And I was a global...
Whoa,
I know.
Oh my gosh. She's been everywhere.
Everywhere. And then I was a global corporate communications in Estee Lauder. And then I came back and I graduated. And then I had 6 months where I had no job. Looking for a job and all the anxiety. I imagine all of you know what that's about.
Yeah, like definitely I feel that. I'm very like a type A person. I need to have everything planned out. And I feel like that would give me so much anxiety.
For
like
sure. To me it was like I felt like I was doing everything like by the T, and so when it came to graduation and I had like nowhere to go, I felt like this rush of anxiety, like what am I supposed to do? And then I kept my head on, I kept applying, and I landed my role. But I think what helped me get this role specifically is that I started early and that I can say, like, I went to the agency. Like, I had experience in a consulting firm. I had experience in a brand. I had experience in a corporation in New York. So I had, like, all of these, like, different experiences that armed my, like, skill set. So when I got to this interview, I had from where to talk, if that makes sense. Like the experience to talk
like
about.
all your experience like culminated to this moment.
Exactly. So I think it's a staircase. I think you don't build a career like that like morning to day, like day to day. So I think really it's about like knowing where you want to be and planning accordingly. And I know you can't always, like, things don't always go your way. But things fall into place if you make the effort, if that makes sense.
No, that definitely makes sense. And I love that. Especially, I know, like, there must be students out there who feel, like, you know, so much anxiety because they don't know where they're going to end up. Like, they don't know if they're going to get their dream job. But I believe that everything happens for a reason. You're meant 100%. You're meant to be where you're meant to be. And, you know, you're going to stress out, but don't stress out too much because it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Whatever's in the cards.
Where you need to be, you'll be at.
Exactly.
But you need to always maintain the effort and organization and be determined from day one. That's my take.
Love that. So, as a PR specialist, right? You work at the intersection of storytelling, branding, and strategy. How do you bring your creative vision to life in such a high-profile brand environment?
That's a great question. To me, my creative vision so I'm the youngest one in the office, so it's like triple the hard because
she's
it's
like making it in
the baby. But it's hard because it's obviously the points you want to make and the changes you want to see. It's kind of harder because you're dealing with other generations that mostly don't kind of fully understand like the vision of a young consumer like us. So I think how I bring my creative vision is specifically through the younger consumer and like trying to bring like bold ideas and like maybe ideas that some of the people on the table are not gonna like. Or for example, working with like younger influencers or younger brand ambassadors, or if I'm doing a photo shoot, like thinking outside the box, like what would a younger consumer like to see in this picture. So to me, my creative vision is tied to that I'm young and that I have those fresh eyes in the field.
Yeah.
And that I can see, like, definitely in the luxury space, young consumers are rising, like, by the minute.
Yes, a lot.
So people are starting to grasp on that, and, like, they tailor to people like us, like, oh, what do you think is happening on TikTok or Instagram? Like, what do you think is working? And, like, unfortunately, nobody else knows best than us as a generation. So I feel like it's just basically knowing how to communicate that in a professional way. As you said, it's like a big brand environment, and it's like very corporate and very professional.
Yeah, because that's like the big thing. Like, it's such a big brand. So how can you bring like your creativity, your ideas into something that's been set in stone for like years?
Yeah. It's a company that has a lot of history and a lot of like heritage, and it's very, very like deep rooted. So for you to kind of like not pivot, but like kind of bring some difference into what you're seeing, especially because times are changing all the time, and you have to be re-evolving.
and if you don't keep up with like
the relevance,
the trends, like unfortunately, like you're not going to be as relevant.
Correct.
And
especially with competitors, like we're very, I think as a generation, we're always like seeking like what's the other one doing.
Yeah.
And to me, it's very helpful because I am up to date with like all the brands that are doing the same thing as I am, and like what photo shoots are they doing, who are they collaborating with.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's all about the mentality that we have as like Generation C specifically, that helps us, and it's gonna help us in the future with other positions, not only PR, obviously, in gaining those like fresh eyes and having your opinion be listened in such a like big environment. Because even though if you're like in a small company, or if you're like in an agency, or you're just starting out, you're constantly have to be proving yourself and proving your voice, because you're young and because you're starting, because we're all start from somewhere. So I think that's very important.
Love that. And now, talking again about, being a PR specialist and all of that, are there any campaigns that you've worked on or projects that you've been proud of or that have challenged you in unexpected ways?
Yeah, so to me, I've always done like fashion photo shoots since like my first jobs. So I've always been in like the behind the scenes of like the model, ironing the clothes, like those kind of tasks that you have to learn before you like go deeper in. But I think one specific project that I did in Bvlgari is I coordinated a photo shoot in Rome for Vogue Brazil, which was huge.
Oh my gosh. I'm like fangirling over here.
I know. It's like I was fangirling. Like I was like, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
So I went to the photo shoot obviously, but I had to coordinate like the photographer, the model, like the clothes, the jewelry we're gonna be using, the location, transport, like everything.
Yeah.
And it took such a toll on me because it was like, oh my god, this is really happening. Like, this all depends on me and the decisions that I make and if I glitch. So I think that challenge really put into perspective, like, my role in the company and, like, the responsibilities that I have.
Yeah.
Because one thing is to, like, plan or coordinate, like, locally, but when you have to bring such a big title like Vogue in like overseas, like in Rome, to me was like a huge deal. And it was a full circle moment because of the experience I had before. Like I was ironing the clothes, but then in this photo shoot I was literally like coordinating the photo shoot and like driving the photo shoot. So I think that project was really special, and I always carry it in my heart because it's like what I said earlier, like it's a staircase. Like maybe now you're not in like the job or the project that you want, but eventually down the line it's gonna help you and you're gonna have more knowledge because of it.
Wonderful. Oh my god, I love that story. That sounds like so much fun. Like,
so inspiring.
Yes, it really does. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
So now, what advice would you give to current honors college students who maybe want to pursue a career in communications or marketing or be a PR specialist like you?
Okay, so I would say for sure start early.
Yeah.
And absorb like a sponge everything you can since day one. Like if you know now that you want to be X, Y, and Z in the future, look it up. Look what you have to do. Like make the most, like be intentional with what you do. And not only like, for example, when I graduated, I had 6 months, as I told you, without a job. But
Yeah.
I started to work, like, not a job, but I started to, like, assist in a communications team in my home country, and they were, like, an energy company. So
Okay.
I started, like, a PR involving, like, sustainability and, like, local communications and, like, local communities.
Yeah.
So it's very far from what I had done.
Yeah.
However, that taught me, and, like, that gave me knowledge, and I took the opportunity. I was just not gonna, like, spend 6 months not doing anything
Yeah.
just because it wasn't my ideal job.
Exactly.
So I think something that if you want to work in PR or in communications, every experience counts. Like, even though it's like being the assistant or like ironing the clothes or just shadowing someone or being in a company that a bank or whatever that maybe you don't want to be in, just to get the experience, I think that is the most valuable thing you can do if you want to be in PR. And also being kept up to date in trends and being informed every day. Like, it's very valuable. Trends are happening, like, every day.
Yeah.
And it's very close to
And
PR.
they change very fast, too.
Very fast. So it's very important for you to keep, like, your curiosity always flourishing, like, always have new ideas and always networking as well. Another advice is to always reach out. Like, that's something I did since day one. My first internship in the DR was because I, like, DM'd the influencer.
Yeah.
Then Bvlgari, I also, like, LinkedIn messaged the recruiter.
You see, networking is very important, guys.
I also, like, sent a bunch of emails. Like, every company I've been in, I've been, like, reaching out.
Putting yourself out there.
Putting yourself out there. And not only reaching out directly to the company, but also networking with people that you never know who you're going to have to talk with. Like, always be kind. You never know who has the key to your future, literally.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
So, networking is very, very important.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I'm Hispanic, so this will be for my Hispanic people out there if you speak Spanish, but my mom has a phrase that she tells me all the time that it's tocar no entrar.
Correct.
Like, you never know what could happen. You never know, like, by reaching out, putting yourself out there like you have, like, the opportunities that could arise. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If they're mean, why don't you keep going with your day? Like,
you have to put yourself out there. You never know what's gonna happen. There's been countless of time where, like, my friends say, like, ay, como me da pena reach out again, or like, I'm ashamed, like, she's gonna think I'm intense. So it's like, don't, because you never know. You never know if it's a bad day for them, and you just, like, reaching out made it a good day, or if it's a good day.
Or if they've, like, received, like, a bunch of messages and they just didn't see yours that day. You never know.
And something that I receive on a daily basis are messages from people that see, like, my position and see where I work and, like, are like, can you point me to, like, recruiter? Can we speak about your position? Like, always reaching out. And that makes a difference, guys, because when the recruiter comes to you and then asks you, do you know this person? You're gonna know at least the name because you saw it in your LinkedIn, you saw it in your DM, you saw it in your email. So maybe you're gonna have an idea and you can speak on. You can say, let me talk to them first and then I'll tell you. So that's why I say, like, you never know what can happen. Just reach out, put yourself out there, and, like, no tener miedo al éxito.
Yeah.
Because that is literally my phrase.
Yeah.
Like, no tener miedo al éxito.
I love that. That's so beautiful. And, like, we even talked about it in the previous episode. Like, it's very important just to, like, put yourself out there. The opportunities are endless. Like, if you don't know what's out there if you don't go and, like, try and explore and take a leap of faith, because the best opportunity for you is right there waiting. But if you don't take it, nothing's gonna happen.
For sure.
So now, in what ways do you stay connected to FIU and the Honors College community, and why is this connection, like, important to you?
To me, it's very important. Like, I remember, like, 2 months ago, I saw, like, a career development fair happening. I don't know if it was honors or not, but I reached out and I was like, if some students need, like, career advice, I love giving career advice because I struggled to get like, the positions, and I know what it's like to, like, not have a job, or, like, not knowing what to do, what's your end goal, or not knowing, like, if you like finance or business or marketing, or, like, you sometimes you don't know.
Yeah.
So I reached out and I was like, if someone ever needs, like, advice as an alumni, I can 100% help them. Like,
guys,
point them my direction.
She's not a gatekeeper at all.
No, I'm not. Like, point them my direction, and to me, that's how I stay connected. Like, always, like, putting myself forth, and, like, if someone obviously needs my help and or it's starting PR and wants to text me, like, how do you do this? I'm more than happy to help. And I also like follow all the socials, like Honors FIU,
Yes,
YouTube, everything.
yes.
So I know what's happening, even though I'm not here. I still live in Miami, so obviously I have friends here also that study in the school. So to me, it's like very important to like keep my Panther connection.
Yes,
to the
I love
university.
that.
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, I've been thinking about it because I'm a senior now. Like, I graduate next year in the spring, and I've been here for like 4 years, and I'm like, oh my God, what is,
Yeah.
like, it's gonna feel so weird not
Yeah,
being here.
yeah.
Because, like, you're here, like, I mean, I'm here, like, all the time. So it's like,
And when I came, like now, I saw the school and it was like, oh my God, my university. Like, you really.
like, it just feels like home
Yes,
again. Yeah.
yes.
No, I definitely, like, agree. So now, final question. What's next for you? What's next for you? What are some exciting goals or dreams that you have, and that you're chasing that you're willing to share with us?
Yeah. So right now I'm focused like on building my role in the company that I'm in. But for sure, like in the future, I dream of having like my own PR firm. To me, it's very special just to have like gone through a lot of different experiences and kind of be able to say like I know like how to work with a smaller company, a bigger company. So when you're a PR firm, you get to have all of that. You get to work with multiple like companies and clients at once.
Yeah.
And that's very cool. So I think my future goal definitely is to open my own PR firm in the future, or maybe work with an editorial title like Vogue or Marie Claire. That would be amazing.
If you work with Vogue, that's gonna be like full circle.
yeah.
Like, I planned this event like a couple years ago, and now I'm here.
Yeah, for sure. That to me would be so cool because in this role that I'm at, I've been working more editorially. So I think that's something that has lost its value over the time. Like, people don't really look at magazines anymore.
Yeah.
And like covers, people look at social media.
Yeah.
So to me, like having this role that focuses a lot of editorial and like titles and magazines and relationships with like 4-page features, 6-page features. Though that kind of like scope of PR really interests me. So maybe if I don't open my PR firm, maybe I will bring a title, or maybe I'll work in a title,
Or maybe both. Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe, yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Well, Andrea, thank you so much for being here today and joining us. I've had like the best time talking about all of this. Like,
Yapping.
Yapping's my favorite thing. So like, but I had the best time just like learning more about your career, because I mean, I knew about like public relations, but I wasn't like super familiar of like everything that goes into it. Yeah. So I had like a very fun time talking to you and learning more. Oh my gosh. And like your journey to getting to Bvlgari and is just so inspiring and just truly highlights like what the honors college is about, like how it sets you 100%. Up for like big positions like that. We're everywhere, guys. We have people everywhere. And you know, it also shows like, as I mean, a lot of students here are first generation or like come from a Hispanic background, and just shows like you're not limited to like a small scope.
If something, you are more like equipped, because I think us as, what did you say?
As like first generation,
first generation, we like often limit ourselves a lot because we not only that, but because our second language as well.
Yeah.
So it's like you, even in meetings or in big things that I participate in, I'm always subconscious of like, my second language or like that, and so put yourself out there. That only makes you more resilient and more blessed.
Yes.
So I think it's not a negative thing to have, or you just have to know how to like keep moving forward with that.
Yeah, and it just shows that like the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere you want. You can reach the goals that you want if you really want it. Yeah. Like if you work hard and you put yourself out there and you do the work, like you'll get to where you need to be.
Intentional, yeah.
Yes. So thank you so much for being here. We're so proud to have you in our Panther and Honors family. And I have to shout out all the socials. This is my time to shine. So you can find the Honors College podcast on Spotify and on YouTube. It's called Panthers Unleashed, obviously. And you can find all of our information either on the Instagram, FIU Honors, which if you aren't following, I think you should by now, because we post a lot of our events. I post the podcast teasers there, and just everything about the Honors College will be on the Instagram. And yeah, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel,
share.
like everything. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Spotify. Make sure to turn on those notifications so you're always, on top of the newest episodes that release, just like this one.
Who knows? Maybe you'll be the next guest.
Yeah, exactly. So you never know. So thank you so much for watching, guys. And as always, pause up.
Pause up.